This video is way overdue of a bunch of goodies that we got on the last party that I had. So this was goodies that I picked out for my kids to have. So a lot of this stuff is probably geared more towards younger kids, but there are things for older kids in here. So don't stop the video just yet. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make this fairly quick so that you're not trying to watch a 20-minute video while you're at work today. But maybe this will serve as motivation to get some Christmas shopping done too, because the mystery party is happening, so that means that somebody's gonna win all the rewards from that party when it closes out on December 10th, I think is the day. So hopefully something in my haul will inspire you to get some Christmas shopping done and a chance to win all the Hostess rewards. So the first two things I grabbed were these two little box sets of miniature books. Each set comes with 4 little books on the inside, and these are recommended for, I think, ages 2 to 4 if you look on the Usborne site, and I don't really agree with that. I would say these are probably more like 6 months through probably 2.5 years. Anything beyond that, I think they would probably lose interest. So one is Mini Machines, and there is Dan's Dump Truck, there's Bill's Bulldozer, Carl's Crane, and Dave's Digger, and they are hard board books that come in the little set. The other one is Big and Little, and this comes with Snuggle in the Snow, Splash in the Sea, Stomp in the Swamp, Fun at the Farm. And those are also little board books for little hands. Next one that I grabbed, for obvious reasons, is Taller and Shorter. And so Rick is the giraffe and I'm the elephant. That's sad. Okay, so this one is the same author that does the That's Not My Books. So in this, you'll see the little duck, or I'm sorry, the little mouse is on every page for you to spot and see. But this one talks about things that are bigger and smaller, taller and shorter, tall and small. And then when you get to the end, there's this big fold out with the giraffe. So that one's cute. This one is recommended for 15 months and a little bit older. The next two I grabbed, and I think these are 9 months plus, are really cute. There's 2 others in this series. I think it's First Words and maybe Farm Animals. The ABC book does go A to Z, and then at the very back it has this little chart so you could sing your ABCs and point. And then the 1, 2, 3 book counts, and it goes all the way up to the number 5. And then when you get here, you're supposed to go back and find the things or just use this to count. And these are recommended for 9 months plus. Not sure if I said that. Okay, Time for Bed Hippo. This one is recommended for 2 to 4 years. So it's got a cute little short story about the hippo that needs to go to bed and wants to go to bed. And then when you get to the end, it's got this pull tab to make him yawn. So I don't know that I agree with the age recommendation on that. I think 2 to 4 is a little bit old for that. I would probably say that's like a 6 month to maybe 2.5, 3 years. Because of the little moving piece, I think a younger baby would get a kick out of that. The next thing I grabbed, and this is for my little guy, is Things That Go. My first word book about things that go. And it's just got really cute graphics of different types of automobiles and bikes and airplanes and trains and boats and all that good stuff. So that one's for my little guy. That's a great point and talk about kind of book. And then the next 3 little books I got are from the Lift and Look collection. So I got construction sites, tractors, and dinosaurs. I'm just gonna show you, I'll briefly show you inside each of them. These are recommended for ages 3 plus, and I think, again, I think that's a little old. I think you could go younger. I think dinosaurs is really cute. So in this book, they have really big flaps. This one happens to have a glossy finish to it so that you could kind of wipe off anything that would spill or drool onto the book. And in this, you're looking for the same critter. In the dinosaur one, you're looking for a little purple dinosaur hidden underneath the flap. So let's see if we can find him quickly. Oh, here he is. Okay, so there's a little purple dinosaur that you're looking for throughout this entire book. And so there's probably 3 to 4 flaps on every page to lift and look underneath. So then we also got tractors, and then in tractors you're looking for a hen, and he happens to be right there. So again, in this one, you've got probably 4 to 5, and these ones are a little bit smaller, flaps to lift, and look for the hen on every page. And then the last one we got is construction sites, and this one's really cute. This has the glossy finish also, and it's got the bigger flaps. And so in this one, you're looking for a little bunny that's hidden in every page. So there's the little bunny in this one that you're looking for throughout the story. So if I had to pick one of these, I would probably go with construction sites or dinosaurs. Just my recommendation. Okay, moving along. Next thing I have to show you is this really cute collection that I found for Lucy. And these are called Billy B. Brown's Adventures. And she's got 5 different adventures that she goes on. So there's the Great Desert, Outer Space, Wild Jungle, Underwater, and Animal Hospital. And these are supposed to have sophisticated text, but not so sophisticated that it's hard to understand. They have bright illustrations, and they're really intended for like a preschool audience. So there's the Great Desert. Then the Outer Space story. There you go. And these are recommended, like I said, it says preschool age. And so obviously these are not intended for like a preschooler to read by themselves. They're still a story time with a parent or caregiver. But I thought Lucy would get a kick out of these storybooks because it's about a little girl that goes on these crazy adventures. And so here's Wild Jungle, just to kind of give you a peek inside. Okay, and then here's Underwater Adventure. Okay. And then the last one is Animal Hospital. Okay, just a quick peek. Okay, so I believe you can buy these 5 hardback books like as a collection in a set and save a little bit of money. I'm not sure which. I didn't see that they could be purchased that way until, of course, I had already purchased them individually. So there's 5 right now in this collection, and this would make a really cute gift for a little girl. Okay, moving along, I'm gonna go into some of these little flap books I have, and these are for a little bit older kids. So this first one I grabbed is Lift the Flap Periodic Table, and I did not lift any of the flaps in this because I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep this or use it as like a raffle or something like that. But there's over 60 flaps to lift in this book. Obviously it's all nonfiction. And this one is recommended for, let me find my notes here, hang on. I think it's recommended for 8+, but I can't seem to find my note on this title at the moment. So I'm gonna go with 8+, or maybe it's 6, it's somewhere in there. I can get back to you. The next one is the First Encyclopedia of the Human Body. And this one I believe was recommended for ages 8+, and this one is in an internet linked reference book, meaning that your child can go online and do additional research through Usborne on some of these topics inside the book and learn a little bit more deeper detail. Oh, here, maybe I'll give you a glance at the contents so you can see. Okay, just so you get an idea of what's in that. And this one is paperback. It's not flexi-bound. It's just a paperback reference book. Okay, the next 2 books I grabbed are these little chapter books for younger kids. So Billy B. Brown is intended for a girl, and then Hey Jack is intended for a boy. These are both recommended ages 4 to 7. So I will let you kind of see inside these. It has large text. Some of the words are bold, and there's very, very few picture. But there is some picture in here, okay? Same thing with Hey Jack. And they're really small, like super small. Okay. So large text, some words are bold, very few pictures, some picture, but not a lot of picture. Okay. So Hey Jack for boys, Billy B for girls, and these are 4 to 7. Okay, moving along. Next, I'm going into storybooks that we bought, and I'm just gonna put them in my lap and hope that this works out. Okay, so the first one I grabbed is You Are a Star, And I wasn't expecting this to be such a little, like actual size little book when I got this, but that's okay. I'm still happy with it. You Are a Star talks about the importance of finding your own voice in all the things that you can do. So I'll give you a quick glance at the pictures inside the book. I can't do too many, but you get the idea. Okay, so there's that one, the importance of everything you can do in finding your own voice. There's a little bit of foiling on the front cover. Next one is Cordelia, and we actually had this one in a paperback, but I had to repurchase it because we destroyed it. We've read it so many times, and Cordelia is recommended ages 3 to 7. I bought the doll that goes with it because I thought it was a cute accessory. Lucy loves it, and it's a good story. So what this one is it talks about the importance of believing in yourself. So it's a modern day fable about believing in yourself, your dreams, and flying wherever you want to. So Cordelia believes she can fly until somebody takes that wind from her, that belief from her. And as they take that belief from her, the story starts to turn into like a monochrome gray, white. Here we go. There's where it turns, so you can see it's gray and white. And then at the end of the story, she begins to believe in herself, and the color comes back to the story. So believing in yourself and everything you can do. And there's a little doll you can buy that coordinates with the book. It doesn't come together, but you could buy them together. Next is Albert and Little Henry. This one talks about a little puppy dog family that gets a new sibling, and Albert has to learn how to love his little sibling and how to welcome a new sibling into the home. So Albert starts to feel small as the little baby puppy is brought into the home, and he then discovers how to feel big again. So here's kind of a peek inside. This one, it's kind of big, so I'm holding it in an awkward way, but it's very cute. The illustrations are pretty. They're pretty much top to bottom on the pages. It's a really cute story. So if you have a little sibling that is coming home soon or just came home, this might be good for a toddler to get them comfortable and situated, and to help them not feel so small, or maybe that they're being ignored, help work through some of that. Okay, the next two I grabbed are these Ludwig books, and both of these are 3D books that come with 3D glasses in the front. And so inside this little envelope, there's 3D glasses. And this one that I'm holding is about a dog that goes on a space adventure. So I'm only going to show you a few pictures because obviously you're not going to get the real view because you don't have the 3D glasses on. It's obviously kind of a cool novelty book. And then we have Ludwig the Sea Dog that also comes with the 3D goggles in there. I'll show you a couple of pages, but you're not going to get the full effect because you don't have the goggles on. Okay, so there's those two stories. And I think these are on customer special right now. I think they're special so that you can get them a little bit cheaper than what they would normally cost. Next is Busy Trucks on the Go. And this one's recommended ages 3 to 7. It's about a father and son who take a journey to farms, cities, and it does include rhyming text. I believe this one is the same author that did Dan the Taxi Man. I could be lying about that, but it feels similar to me, or maybe it's just the same illustrator. Disregard what I'm saying. I'm not sure about that, but nonetheless, it's really cute. It is paperback. It doesn't come in a hardback, but that just means it's more affordable, so that's cool. Next are these two that I grabbed, Cats, and Dogs. And these talk about something really cool. So when you get into this book, it talks about all the different kinds of dogs. So there's fast dogs, there's happy dogs, there's shaggy dogs, and then when you get to the end of the book, and this is all rhyming text in here, but then when you get to the end of the book, it has this mirror where you get to look into your face and you get to pick what kind of dog you are. Same thing with cats, and the words in these are different, so it's not like you're gonna get both of these and get the same. So there's fluffy, we got nosy, is that nosy? Yeah, nosy, sneaky, silly, and then same thing on this one, there's a mirror in the back, and you get to decide what kind of kitty cat you are. Okay, Dog and Mouse, cute little story, recommended ages 3 to 7, about Being a Friend and Finding a Friend. So this one is recommended ages 3 to 7. It's got really, really thick, high contrast images. So I would almost say this would be a cute storybook to read even younger. Also an animal. This talks about the love between a parent and a child. It has gentle rhyming text. It reminds me of Love You Animally and Love You Americanly, and there's one other that's similar to this. Maybe B is for Bedtime. But anyways, it's all animals, and it's about the love between a parent and a child. That one's recommended ages 3+, but I think that could be a cute bedtime story for any age baby. Next is Billy the Goat's Big Breakfast. This is recommended ages 3 to 7. And this one reminds me of the Gobble Gobble Moo tractor book. So it's either the same author or it's the same illustrator, I'm not sure. Nonetheless, this is about a little goat that couldn't wait, and he eats some of the bread before he was supposed to. Very cute rhyming text, and it's got cute humor in it for a child. Next is a collection of bedtime stories I grabbed. This is called Animal Stories for Bedtime. It's recommended for ages 3+, but I don't think I like that, only because Lucy's almost 3, and I know she would not sit still and look at this because there's so few pictures. So this would almost be something I would have to read to her without her even looking at the book. So as far as the stories that are included in this one, it's the town mouse and the country mouse, the elephant's nose, the 3 little pigs, the little red hen, the billy goat's gruff, mouse deer and the crocodile, chicken lickin', the musicians of Bremen, the hare and the tortoise, the ugly duckling, and that's it. Okay, so it's got cute stories in it, but I just don't love that there's not a lot of illustrations. Next one is the Usborne Book of Princess Stories. This is a Stephen Cartwright book, which means that there is a duck hidden on every page that you get to spot and see. So it's really hard to see in my video, but right here on the front cover, there is a little duck. So on every page, there is a duck every page. So here and here, there's a duck hidden that you get to spot and find. This is also a dual reader, meaning the top line of text is intended for a beginning reader to build confidence and try and read on their own. The bottom lines of text would be an adult that's reading to their child. So in this collection, you are going to get, let's see, The Princess and the Pig, The Little Dragon, The Tournament, The Royal Broomstick. And let me flip through and give you a little bit better idea of the pictures. Okay, very cute. Next one I got was the same thing, but fairy tales. This one's a little bit thicker. So here they are side by side. Fairy tales is a little bit thicker. Same thing, it's a Stephen Cartwright book, so there's a little duck hidden on every page that you get to spot and find. It has the dual reader, so a child that's learning to read and build confidence would read the top lines, and a parent would read these bottom dual lines of text. Let's go back and let me get to the table of contents and show you what you get in this book. You get Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Red Riding Hood, 3 Little Pigs, The Story of Rumpelstiltskin, Goldilocks, and the 3 Bears. Okay, so that's fairy tales. The next storybook I have is Pink Lion. This is recommended ages 3 to 7, and this is really about a little lion that is told that he is supposed to act like a lion and not hang out with a flamingo. Nonetheless, it's a heartwarming story about being yourself and being happy in your own skin and being yourself. So it's got cute illustrations, and that one's called Pink Lion. Okay, next I'm moving on to activity books. Oh, I just found my notes for some of those others. The periodic table book that I can't find right now because it's buried in my pile is recommended for ages 6+, and the Human Body Encyclopedia is for 8+. Okay, moving along, I have activity books now. So let me start with this one. About Me is a paperback activity book nonetheless. It doesn't look like an activity book when you spot it online, so I apologize if you've already bought it and you didn't expect that. So here's what you're gonna get in this one. And so this one is fun and interactive way to help learn about themselves, from skin color, hair color, eyes, taste, emotions, daily routines, There was daily routines, I just saw that. Families and loved ones and what different families look like. So this has a lot of really great information inside of it. The next one I have, and I can't seem to find this one online anymore, is similar to what you and I know is like a Where's Waldo book, but this is called Where's the Ballerina. So inside this, you have these lovely big images where you have to spot the ballerina. And there's a lot to this book. There's all kinds of wonderful things in here. So this one happens to have Swan Lake, Romeo and Juliet, Giselle the Nutcracker, I can't say some of these, A Midsummer Night's Dream, The Sleeping Beauty, Don Quixote, and Cinderella. Okay, so it has a little bit of the story, and then when you turn the page, here's Sleeping Beauty. It's got a little bit of the story, and then you turn the page, and you have to find the ballerina. Cool. Next thing is 1,001 Things to Spot on the Farm. This one is recommended for ages 3+. And so when you look inside these books, it tells you that there's one of this to spot, 10 of this, 1 of this, 9 of this, and so on. So it's more or less a game. It's not just like find one of this and move on. So let me give you a little bit of a look inside. And all the pages are just packed full of all kinds of things to spot and see. The next thing I got is this Zoo Picture Puzzle book. And this one's recommended ages 4+. This has all kinds of things to find, differences to detect, similarities to spot, and details to talk about. So you can see in this book, there's like these little word bubbles that have things that you're, little activities or things that you're supposed to do on the pages. Very cool. Next 2 books I grabbed were Get Ready for School, ABC 1, 2, 3, and White Clean Pen Control. Both of them are White Clean books. They come with the White Clean pen. So these are 4+. And here's kind of a flip through of the pen control book. So there's mazes, there's little dot-to-dots, squiggly lines, decorating. Okay, that's good. Next is Get Ready for School, ABC 1, 2, 3. Oh, this has got the full alphabet in it. Very cute. Okay. Counting. I like it. It's very cute. I really like this one. Okay, that's a good one. The next 2 books I bought are these drawing books. These are recommended for ages 4+. I can draw animals and I can draw people. These are very detailed step-by-step because they are recommended for such a small age. So there's a fish, there's a bear. Great for a little budding artist with like a pack of crayons and like paint, or maybe an art easel if that was like their big Christmas gift this year. And there's people. Okay, the next thing I have, and we're almost done, is the baking kit. This comes packaged a little bit better, but I did take some of the packaging out. So inside this, you get a rolling pin, you get 2 cookie cutters, a heart, and then there's a star. And then inside you have a 32-page little cookbook. And it has step-by-step, very detailed instructions for making some of these delicious goodies. So I'll give you the table of contents and you can see what's included in that book. Okay, that's the baking kit. And the last thing I have to show you is Noisy Train. And this is just like any other noisy book where the buttons correspond with the pages. And it is a Stephen Cartwright book, which means that there should be a little duck hidden on every page to find. Okay, so those are all the lovely goodies that we picked up with my last party. And those are all intended for my kids. So please let me know if you have any questions or if you got your kid a really cool toy for Christmas and you want a book to kind of pair with that. That would make a really cool gift. So I'm happy to help you. Just let me know how I can help you. Okay, bye-bye.